Hello students, today we are going to continue with the chapter Constitutional Design, and in the last videos we have discussed about what is constitution and why do we need constitution, and in this part we are going to continue with the making of the Indian constitution. Right, like South Africa, Indian constitution was also drawn up under very difficult circumstances because on India also there was control of Britishers. The making of the constitution for a huge and diverse country like India was not an easy affair. What was there that the India is a diverse country. India is a diverse country and with huge population. Diverse country means there are people of different religion, different custom, traditions, right? So it was not easy to make the constitution that will work on all sort of people. At that time, the people of India were emerging from the status of subject to the citizen. Earlier, they were the people under the control of Britishers. We were the people under the control of Britishers. We were the state. We were in the status of subject. But now we are converting as a citizen. We were becoming as a citizen of our own country. The country was born through a partition on the basis of religious differences. There was partition of India and Pakistan. There was partition of India and India and Pakistan on the basis of religion, Hindus and Muslims. This was a traumatic experience for the people of India and Pakistan. At least 10 lakh people were killed on both sides of the border in partition related violence. I think you all have seen the movie Gadar. You all have seen the movie Gadar. And traumatic means unpleasant, very painful. There was another problem. There was another problem that British had left it to the rulers of the princely states to decide whether they wanted to merge with India or with Pakistan or remain independent. This was one of the biggest problem that time. What was there? There was the last Governor General of British India was Lord Mountbatten, and when they were signing, they were giving independence to India. That time he announced what he announced. He announced that whichsoever princely states wants to merge with Pakistan, they can merge with Pakistan, or they can merge with India. Or if they want to remain independent, they can remain independent. So the merger of these states was a difficult and uncertain task. What was there? The merger of these princely states was a difficult and uncertain task. Difficult merger means to merge the princely states with India. It was a difficult task. It was a difficult task and uncertain also. Uncertain means it was not sure that these people will merge with India or not. When the constitution was being written, the future of the country did not look as secure as it does today. When the framers of the constitution, they were framing the constitution of India, that time what was there, the future of the country did not look as secure as it does today. As it does today. Because what was there, when the constitution was being written, the makers of the constitution had anxieties, tensions about the present and the future of the country, because they were not aware that how to merge the princely states or the other states with India. They can go, they were free to go with Pakistan or to go with India. right? So it was uncertain. So one person is known as Iron Man of India. The name of that person is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. The name of the person, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he took the responsibility, he merged the states, whatever states are there, princely states, with India by hook or crook. Means he gave the bribe, he gave the concessions or some sort of lalach, right, and threat too. With that, what he did, he merged many states with India, right? So that's why it was very difficult task, and that's why it Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is known as the Iron Man of India, because what he did an excellent job. So next thing is there, like much of this consensus and had evolved during the freedom struggle. Our national movement was not merely a struggle against a foreign rule. We people were fighting against or doing the movement against the struggle against the foreign rule, against the Britisher. It was also a struggle to rejuvenate. Rejuvenate means to excite the people or change the country's condition and transform our society and politics. There were sharp differences of opinion between the people of the opinion of the people. There were sharp differences of the opinion within the freedom struggle about the path of India should take after the that India should take after the independence. Will it be democratic or non-democratic? Such differences exist even today. Yet some basic ideas had come to be accepted by almost everyone. Almost everyone. As far back as in 1928, Motilal Nehru and 8 other Congress leaders drafted a constitution for India. What they did, they drafted a constitution for India as far as back in 1928. And keep in mind, in 1930, on 26 January 1930, they celebrated as Independence Day, formal Independence Day. In 1931, the resolution of at the Karachi session of the Indian National Congress dwelt on how independent India's constitution should look like. What they passed? They passed a resolution, a bill, that at the Karachi session in 1931 there was a Karachi session of the Indian National Congress, and that session was there about that how the Indian constitution should look like. Both these documents were committed to the inclusion of universal adult franchise. What was there? This, and in 1931 and 1928, both these documents were having the universal adult franchise, right to freedom and equality, and protecting the rights of minorities in the constitution of independent India. These things were the things that were there in the constitution that was framed by Motilal Nehru and 8 other Congress leaders in 1928, as well as the resolution of the Congress session of 1931. In both the sessions, what was the universal adult franchise? What is universal adult franchise? That every person with the age of 18 and above 18 is having the right to vote. But what is there? In certain condition, the person is not having the right to vote if any severe crime is there, and if mentally disturbed people is there, then they are not having right to vote. Right to freedom is there, equality and protecting the rights of minorities in the constitution of independent India. Thus some basic values were accepted by all leaders much before the Constituent Assembly met to deliberate on the Constitution. What was there? Many more things were accepted or discussed before the meeting of the Constituent Assembly. Next thing is the familiarity with the low political institution of political colonial rule also helped develop an agreement over the institutional design. The British rule had given voting rights only to a few, but what was there in India? What was their universal adult franchise? Every person was having the right to vote. On that basis, the British had introduced very weak legislatures, legislative, executive, and judiciary. Three are there. Legislative are those who are making the laws. Elections were held in 1937 to provincial legislature and ministers all over the British India. What was their first time elections were held in 1937, when it was held in 1937, right? So next thing is there were no, these were not fully democratic government, but the experience gained by Indians in the working of the legislative institutions proved to be very useful for the country in setting up on its own institution. What was there in 1937? What the elections were there, but that elections were not fully democratic, that were in favor of the British. But after getting the independence, after gaining the independence, what was there, whatever experience the Indian leaders got from the elections that were held in 1937, they used that experience in forming or in setting up their own institutions and working in them. That is why the Indian Constitution adopted many institutional details and procedures from the colonial laws, like the Government of India Act 1935. Means of many a thing they have adopted. They adopted from the Constitution or the rules that were made by the Britishers. Years of thinking and deliberation on the framework of the Constitution had another benefit. Our leaders gained by confidence to learn from other countries, but on our own terms. Our constitution is not our own constitution. We have copied our constitution from the others constitution. Whatever good things were there, we have copied that things, and we have adopted that things, and we have written in our own constitution. Many of our leaders were inspired by the ideals of French Revolution, the practice of the parliamentary democracy in Britain, and the bills of rights in the US. Means they have copied the things from the others constitution. The socialist revolution in Russia and inspired many Indians to think, shaping a system based on social and economic equality. Indian constitution they framed on the basis of social and economic equality. Yet they were not simply imitating what others had done. At each step they were questioning. They were not simply copying the others constitution, right? What they were doing, they were questioning whether these things suited to our country or not. All the factors contributing to the making of our constitution. Means whatever things they were adopted for our own constitution, first they were discussing about that these things will suit for our country or not. If it will not suit, will it is needed to accept or write in our constitution, or we have to omit that. So this was there, that why do we need making of the Indian constitution, right? Here our next topic is the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly. The drafting of the document called the Constitution was done by an assembly of elected representative called the Constituent Assembly. Means what was there? The assembly, those who were framing the Indian Constitution, that were elected representatives, and that assembly is known as the Constituent Assembly. First meeting was held in December 1946. First meeting was held in December 1946. Soon after, the country was divided into India and Pakistan. First meeting was held in December 1946, but soon after it was divided into India and Pakistan. The Constituent Assembly was also divided into the Constituent Assembly of India and that of Pakistan. The Constituent Assembly that wrote the Indian Constitution had 299 members. What was there? The Constituent Assembly that wrote the Indian Constitution, how many members were there? 299. The Assembly adopted the Indian Constitution. The Assembly adopted the Indian Constitution on 26 November 1949, but it came into effect on 26 January 1950. It came into effect on 26 January 1950. I told you that on 26 January 1930, Indians celebrated, mainly Mahatma Gandhi, they celebrated that day as the formal Independence Day of India. The Assembly adopted the Constitution on 26 November 1949, but it came into effect on 26 January 1950. To mark this day, we celebrate 26 January as Republic Day every year. Yes? The Constitution does not reflect the views of the members alone. It expresses a broad consensus of the time. The Constitution was framed. It was not only according to the mindset of the members that were 299. It was there according to the time. According to the time, it can be changed or it is rigid. Indian Constitution is rigid as well as flexible. No large social group or political party has ever questioned the legitimacy. Legitimacy means acceptable by the people. Legitimacy of the Constitution itself. This is an unusual achievement for the Indian Constitution. Means nobody has questioned on the Indian Constitution. The second reason for accepting the Constitution is that the Constituent Assembly represented the people of India. Constituent Assembly was elected mainly by the members of the existing provincial legislature. This ensured a fair geographical share of members from all the regions of the country. And next is there the manner in which the Constituent Assembly worked gives sanctity to the Constitution. First, some basic principles were decided and agreed upon. And then a drafting committee chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar prepared a draft constitution for discussion. Means it was not there that they have simply made the constitution and everyone has accepted. First they draft the constitution and afterwards with a lot of discussion it was passed. Several rounds of thorough discussion took place on the draft constitution. Clause by clause, more than 2000 amendments were considered. What was there? More than 2000 amendments. Amendment means changes were done in the Indian Constitution, and it took 2 years, 11 months and 17 or 18 days in framing the Constitution. It is there for today, and you have to revise and make the questions from this video, and please open your book with this and revise and make the questions properly. Stay at home, be safe, be healthy. Thank you.